Hi everybody, we're here with Tom from a company called Ratio Components, which is literally just up the road from us, also based here in Kendal. Now, you guys might know Ratio Components for probably your most famous product, which is your tiny little cam type device that you put inside SRAM 11 speed shifters to make them compatible with 12 speed shifters. Absolute genius. I'm pretty sure it's helped out loads of people.
Yeah.
How's that product going before we get into this exciting stuff?
We kind of thought it had a bit of a shelf life, but actually it launched in 2020, so
wow,
it's been around a long time now, and it kind of fits with the ethos that we've been building for the whole company, which is supplying replacements that you can't get otherwise, and just generally trying to keep stuff going.
Yeah, I think it's really popular amongst gravel riders, especially. Yeah.
Technology in the bike world is sort of getting to a point where obviously there's still improvements, but sometimes a new product comes out and it's just a different version of the one that exists already. Yeah. And obviously I'm still riding around on my ratio converted stuff, and it's just really nice. And levers
are the most expensive thing, aren't they?
Yeah.
Everyone expects to change a cassette, but replacing a lever is a big deal.
Yeah, exactly.
Genius.
Yeah.
So glad it's going well. But the reason you're here today is because you've come and asked us to test a couple of new products.
That's right.
For you, and they're here on the other desk. The first one I want to talk about is this Derailleur cage, which talk us through what's all this about.
Well, this is you've seen we've already got some cages out, so we call them the SR52 and the SR52X, and those go on mechanical and electronic Eagle derailleurs respectively.
Yeah.
And we've got some more cages in development, calling this one the SR45X. Really not very inventive with our naming system.
So the 45 is for the 45 tooth.
Correct. Yeah. X for access. You'll be very careful with your trademarks. Yeah. And SR, so people know it goes on
SRAM
around stuff.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
If you're an engineer, you would appreciate that product coding.
Yeah. I mean, we're all engineers, no marketing going on. So currently, lots of these Explore mechs around. This is one of yours.
Yeah.
And you can't get replacement cages for them.
No, they're actually really tricky, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, and they don't, they're pretty robust, but it is possible to smack them on things. And it is possible to smack them on things and not knacker the mech.
Yeah.
So we wanted to offer another replacement cage. So this cage on its own is going to be a direct replacement for the cages on your Explore mech.
Yep, I think that's a great idea. One, it keeps this equipment going. Like you say, you can't get hold of it, but also it actually makes it stronger. That's a really robust piece of kit.
Yeah.
So if anyone is riding chunkier gravel, probably a legitimate, just good safety upgrade.
Yeah, I mean,
sounds of it.
I don't know. We haven't really measured the stiffness of these things, but we do get quite a lot of feedback. And again, it may be placebo from people saying it's improved the shifting because it's increased stiffness. And quite a lot of that comes from these two extra bolts that cross brace the whole mechanism. So the original cage is bolted just through the two jockeys.
Yeah. And it looks beautiful. It looks very reminiscent of the Hope design with the CNC tooling marks and the really deep, rich anodizing. It's a really high quality product. I do like it. It's anyone would appreciate that on their bike. Yeah. It comes in a range of colours as well, I think, doesn't it?
Depending what dyes we've got in the pot at the given time. Okay. We've done some limited runs. Yeah. So we might do some more of that.
Yeah. So is this going to be compatible with Red, Force and Rival?
Yeah, and Apex. We think we need to check Apex. So as I said, this is still in development.
Yep.
And there's actually an extra little bit we need to make for the Rival and Apex mechs.
Just one little washer or something just to make it right for Rival.
Fill up the spacer, yeah.
And what I really like about this, and attention to detail from these guys, they even made the tool, and this comes when you buy it, so that you can actually...
Will do, yeah.
So if you haven't taken apart one of these, one of the things that makes it challenging to replace the cage is that unlike Shimano, where it's held on with a hex bolt, they use this funky crown tool to get access to that, and you've actually machined this, and this is going to be part of the process. So
we'll be producing those.
And you've got one other little shiny blue thing, which talk us through that, Tom.
Yeah, that's right. So when SRAM went from the original 33-tooth Access mechs, they crept up to 36, and you've got 36 here actually as a demo, and then they went to Explore.
Yeah.
And from 33 to 36, the shape of the B-knuckle changed. So effectively it dropped the whole mech down.
Yes.
But the same cage.
Yeah.
And then when they went from 36 to Explore, they dropped the B-knuckle further and got this one by specific cage where the jockey is offset. So the position of the jockey relative to the sprockets dependent on chain take-up.
Yeah.
And actually, there's enough of a difference between the position of the bolt on Explore and 33 that we can make a little extender link, which is not our invention. They've been done before for other things, that will fit, say, to here, replace the little washer on the B bolt. That threads on permanently onto there, and then you mount the derailleur to the hanger using this bolt. And along with the new cage, it means if you're riding a bike that's 2x 1033 and you decided for whatever reason you're going 1x an Explore, so a 1044 cassette, for example,
perfect.
You take these two parts, fit them to your 33 tooth mech, and that would allow you to go 1x.
Would that work if someone is running a 1033 that wanted to find a 1036, for instance? Would that still work?
At the moment, with the development we've done, these parts are going to be Explore specific.
Okay.
There may be some fiddling we can do in the future.
That'll do that upgrade.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. Yeah. I think there'll be a few roadies out there who think that 33 is not quite enough. They want that little extra thing. So at the moment, as it stands, if you've got a SRAM mech and it will say close to the B limit what the maximum is, this one says max 34. If you've got one that says max 33, then you'll be able to fit both of these components in unison to make it a SRAM Explore, which means that you can then go to a 1x setup running a maximum of 45 tooth, which is a great repurposing of electronic stuff, which otherwise you'd have to replace a very expensive mech.
Yeah, they are expensive.
So give us an idea of the cost. Have you got some idea? It's still development side, but like ballpark?
Well, I think it'll probably be about the same as our current cages, which off the top of my head are £94.50 including VAT.
Yeah.
So to UK customers,
so a third of the price of a new mech.
And quite a lot cheaper than the sort of boutique efficiency based cages out there.
Yeah.
So you can buy a replacement cage if you knacker your mech, but you'd have to pay more than the mech in the first place.
Yeah, exactly. They're like ceramic speed and things like that, aren't they? And they're just crazy money, and that's not necessarily whatever you want. You just want a thing that's functional and usable and strong, not necessarily going to make you half a watt faster.
Yeah, it depends on the customer, doesn't it? Yeah.
I think it's great. I love the fact that you're developing these stuff. I'm really looking forward to giving these a go. You're going to see this fitted to a couple of gravel bikes coming up in the future, and we'll let you guys know how we get on with our testing. But anything else in the pipeline at the moment, Tom, or is it still like, I know you guys are famous.
Well, we're always busy. We've got like 6 of us now, and 3 of us are full time just working on new things, which I don't think is totally normal for a company our size. Some of which we can tell you about soon, and some of which will take a little longer. So,
Edit for you first. Watch your space.
Yeah.
Thanks, Tom.
Okay, cool. Cheers.